Hey folks, thanks for stopping by Just Cooking with the Guys. I'm Phil, and I appreciate you taking time to stop and watch our videos. Um, One of my favorite foods, I guess since I was just a small kid, was chicken fried steak. Whether it be a chicken fried steak sandwich or whether it be a chicken fried steak with cream gravy and mashed potatoes, the chicken fried steak has always been something that I just absolutely love. Well, I also like fried chicken. Not long ago, maybe a year, 2 years ago, we were in Nashville and I had the opportunity to go to Hattie B's and have some Nashville hot fried chicken, which was the bomb. So I got to thinking, why not a Nashville hot chicken fried steak sandwich? So that's what we're going to make today, and it is going to be absolutely out of this world. So I want you to stick around, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, and we will show you step by step how we're going to make this Nashville hot chicken fried steak sandwich, and it is going to be delicious. So stay with me. Okay, our plan is we have a couple of pieces of steak that we're going to cook tonight. They're fairly large, so I'm going to cut one of them in half. Mother-in-law lives with us and she doesn't do spicy foods, so I'm going to make her just a plain Jane piece of chicken fried steak. After I do that, then I will add in the hot sauce to the egg and buttermilk mixture, and we'll go from there. I've got 2 eggs, and I'm going to add to that probably maybe a cup and a half of buttermilk. That's a little over a cup and a half, but that's okay. Maybe a cup and 2/3. To our flour mixture there, I added 1 tablespoon of paprika, just regular paprika, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And I'm going to mix these together and kind of get, also I need to add some salt and pepper in here. You can see I kind of got a little carried away with the flour a few minutes ago. I was trying to put it in a pan, and man, I scattered salt or flour everywhere, and the harder I tried to clean it up, the worse it got. So probably a tablespoon there of a good coarse black pepper, and I'm gonna do the same amount, probably of a coarse kosher salt. We're gonna blend all this up good. I'm going to coat these pieces of steak, and I'm going to lay them on my tray here to the left to give them a few minutes to kind of let the flour soak into the egg and the buttermilk mixture. Let's stir this up real good here. There's 2 eggs and of course that nearly 2 cups of buttermilk in here, which is going to be plenty. So I think we're good there. I'll lay that here for right now. Take this 1 piece of steak. I'm gonna lay it in the buttermilk mixture. Come over here to the flour mixture, and I always use 1 hand for wet and 1 hand for dry. That way you don't wind up with big clumpy fingers. I'm gonna come back over here and coat this again with the buttermilk mixture. Come back over here with the flour mixture. Kind of pat that in a bit. I'm gonna lay this piece of steak right here and let it kind of blend in together. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do from here. We're back and I've got some Frank's Red Hot Original, and I'm gonna add this into the buttermilk mixture. Probably about a good tablespoon. We'll blend this in good. And we're going to go back again. And we're going to coat a piece of steak. Actually, let's do two at a time here. We'll come over here. Coat this up good with flour. Shake off a little of the excess. Put it back over here. A double dip always gives you a good batter, so that's why we're doing it this way. Now, you may not be from a part of the country where chicken fried steak is very popular. The reason it's got its name chicken fried steak is because it's actually kind of cooked like you would cook fried chicken. We got one more piece to do and we'll be okay. And I'm gonna let this sit and kind of dry out a little bit. And while that's taking place, we'll get our oil up to temp and we'll start cooking this steak. And I'll show you how we're going to make this Nashville hot fried chicken. So stay with me and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, we got our steak and we've let it set for a while. We got our oil up to about 375. I got to remember which one of these is from my mother-in-law, which is this one back here. I'm going to drop it in back on this side here. When you're putting any kind of food into hot oil, you always place it and drop it down away from you, so if you spatter grease, it won't spatter back up on you. It'll spatter on something next to you, so keep that in mind. We're going to let those three pieces there go for a while, and we'll add this other piece in with it here in a few minutes, but we'll cook these till they get kind of golden brown on one side and pull them out and put them on a tray such as this to let the excess oil drain off of them. So we'll be back in a few minutes, so stay with us. As you can see, as it cooks, the blood starts coming to the top, which indicates that it's starting to get done on the other side there. So we'll let it cook for a few more minutes and we'll check it for the doneness and the brownness. So we'll be back. We turn these, they're nice golden brown on this side, so we'll let these cook for a few more minutes and we'll pull these out and put that one little only piece that we have left over there into the skillet. So stay with us. Pulling these up, they're all done. Got our oil turned off, and we're going to move this cast iron skillet to the back. Oh, by the way, the best way to cook a chicken fried steak or fried chicken is in a cast iron skillet. So if you don't have one, go buy yourself one. Now, the way we're going to make this Nashville hot is I've got some Cosmos Nashville hot wing dust. And I've got some in this shaker. And I'm just going to kind of liberally coat these pieces of chicken fried steak. And I've never done this, so this is an experiment, folks. So next time you see us and we don't have lips, you'll know why. You just take a little bit of that hot oil and go to the top of that steak. Kind of let it melt in. We'll let those sit for a few minutes and then we will build our sandwich and come back and see how it tastes. So we'll be back in just a minute. Got one piece of our steak here. Put a little Miracle Whip. You can use mayo or you can use mustard, whatever you like. On this side of the bun. Right. Got a leaker. Get that before I miss it. Kind of blends into this countertop. One slice of tomato. And we'll go with 4 pickles. A bit of lettuce. How's that looking so far to you? Put the lid on. Grab our knife. Cut this dude in two. And let's see what we've got here. Not a bad looking sandwich, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna let it set and cool for just a second before I take a bite, so I'll be back in a minute. So here we go, Nashville hot chicken fried steak, and we're gonna see how it tastes, how we done. Well, maybe next time a little bit more of the wing dust. It's good, but I'm not quite feeling the burn like I would on a piece of Nashville hot fried chicken. But at any rate, it's a good sandwich. So you might kind of keep in mind when you're doing that. Hey, and if you decide you want to do just a chicken fried steak and not the Nashville hot, you saw how we done the first piece. And man, you can't go wrong with that and some good cream gravy. Or even making a steak sandwich out of it. So, thanks for stopping by, Just Cooking with the Guys. I'm gonna go eat this chicken fried steak sandwich now, and I will see ya